Hello and welcome back to UTA Radio News. I am your host, Christine Nicholson, and I want to start this segment to talk a little bit about Dominic Bracco. You may have heard his name around campus. He is an alum from UTA in 2008. He specializes in documenting the effects of Mexican and North American policies on the border region where he was raised. He did get a degree here in journalism and Spanish literature. And he's also since then been published in the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, the New York Times. This is an award-winning big deal. So I am honored to have him on the line with us today. Mr. Dominic Bracco, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
Dominic, what's going on with you today? I hear that you were on your way to a KERA interview.
Yeah, so we're on our way right now to get on Think for KERA, and then so it's been a busy day.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk with us. I see, just looking through your past work, you've actually had the Life and Death in the Northern Pass exhibit in London. How was that for you? Have you actually been there?
I have been to London before, but I wasn't there for the exhibition opening. I was part of a group exhibition from, there was a photographer that died named Ian Perry, and so they have a competition for photographers that are under the age of 24 around the world, and they take their work, and I was one of the people that was selected to be part of the exhibition, and it's the Getty Gallery in London, and it seemed like a really nice exhibition from the photos, but unfortunately I wasn't able to make it. So.
Right. Well, that's huge, though. And now Life and Death in the Northern Pass is here at UTA.
Right.
How does that feel coming back to your alma mater?
I'm excited about it because I've been kind of trying to take a step back with my project and get it in sort of alternative outlets, where before I was really focused on getting it published in newspapers and magazines. I felt like having it on a university campus would be the kind of environment where it could create dialogue with young people, and doing it at UTA is really cool. I mean, it's where I went to school, and it's also my first solo exhibition, so
yeah.
It's a cool place to have it.
Well, congratulations for that. Now, I see that you're based in Mexico City, and you were actually raised on the border region.
Right.
Why did you decide to, I guess, you came to Arlington for your education, and now you went back to Mexico City. What was your decision in going back? Was it for the art, or?
Well, I had been traveling after I left. I lived in D.C. for a while, and then I was on the road, and I went to several other countries working, but I was basically living out of a bag, and I decided that I really wanted to focus on Mexico. And at the time, I knew I wanted to work in Ciudad Juarez, but I didn't want to live necessarily in Ciudad Juarez or in El Paso, and I wanted to live in Mexico. I actually started in Monterrey, but I lived there for 3 months, and then I went to the coast of Tampico, and I lived there for about a year, but then it got really dangerous to live there, and sort of overrun by narcos. So we packed up and I moved to Mexico City, which has kind of been this little island of security in a way.
Right.
So I'm able to work from Mexico City and use the airport, and it's nice because I'm still in the country and I have my finger on the pulse of what's happening around the country. So.
Right. How was it, that first picture? I mean, these pictures are striking. I mean, I was honored to actually be able to do a live report on your exhibit for UTA News last week, and I really enjoyed the exhibit. It's not something that you would typically see. Some would say that it could be disturbing to some.
Right.
What do you feel that students should come away with after viewing an exhibit like this?
Well, what I wanted to do when I first started the project was I really wanted to focus on normal people and show that the war wasn't just killing, corrupted individuals, that it wasn't just about narcos and the military fighting this war, that everyday, normal, average citizens were being killed. And the way I tried to do that was by photographing scenes of daily life and then kind of punctuating it with these graphic scenes of violence. Mm-hmm. But the pictures that I selected were very, while they're graphic, they're not just purely graphic. It's like there's a picture of blood coming out of a doorstep of a home. Mm-hmm. And there's, the couple, the last embrace photograph, I think kind of encompasses all that, because you have a couple who's been killed in their car and as they're hugging.
Yeah, that was the one that really moved me. And the female in the picture is pregnant.
Right, and she's pregnant. So
there's actually 3 deceased people in that photograph.
Right.
How's that affecting you mentally, emotionally, taking pictures like this?
It does affect you to a point. I mean, after that scene, I cried. I mean, it was a big deal. I was there with the rescue workers, and I was able to make that picture actually because they had given me their vest to cross the line, the police line, and they wanted me to see what they had seen. So when we got there, I think they knew. It affected all of us. When we came back, we didn't talk for like 45 minutes. Yeah. I mean, everybody was quiet. It was one of those things. I mean, you can see the most gruesome things in the world, and it doesn't affect you as much as something like that, because it's just like a detail or something that makes these people seem real, and that affects you. But I don't know that. I mean, I don't know these people, so it's not like as if I had lost a family member, but I can empathize with it, and so I can think, well, what would it be like if my girlfriend and I were pregnant and we had,
yeah.
It's that sort of thing runs through your mind.
Oh, yeah.
And then after you get done covering that, there is definitely an emotional change, but I think that being aware of that change is important for you psychologically. You have to be very level-headed about what you're doing to begin with to do this kind of work. Mm-hmm. So I think that, there are photographers I know that, I was always worried that, you might go crazy or something shooting this kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't, I have the advantage of being able to leave, so I can spend time there and work, and if I feel like it's been too hard for a while, I can leave the city. And people that live there, they don't have that advantage. The journalists that work there, they're there every single day, and they cover that stuff every single day. They've been doing it for 3 years now.
That's amazing. And for our listeners just tuning in, we're talking to Dominic Bracco. He's a distinguished photojournalist and 2008 graduate of UT Arlington, and his exhibit, The Life and Death in the Northern Pass, is on the 6th floor of the Central Library's parlor. That's going to be running now through January 14th. Dominic, it really shocked me when I learned that, Ciudad Juarez, which is arguably the most violent city in the world, there's 1.5 million that live there, and 3,000 murders in the year 2010 alone, which was more than were killed in the entire country of Afghanistan during that same year.
Right.
So I think it's brave of you to shoot these pictures, and I think the awareness is really important, because I myself had no idea that it was this prevalent until I saw your exhibit. So I thank you for that. And I do see that you're going to be coming to the university for a lecture. Is
right.
That
I'll be giving a lecture tomorrow at 12 o'clock. So.
Fantastic. This is going to be on the Lost Generation?
Right. It'll be about youth in Ciudad Juarez, growing up in the city.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to discuss before I let you get back to your busy schedule?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, can you do me a huge favor?
Uh-huh.
Can you say, hi, this is Dominic Bracco, and you're listening to UTARadio.com?
Hi, this is Dominic Bracco, and you're listening to UTARadio.com.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay.
You have a fantastic day, and enjoy your time at KERA, and enjoy Bridget. She is wonderful.
She is wonderful. I hope that you'll come out tomorrow.
I would love to. I'd love to meet you in person.
Okay, great.
Great. Well, you take care of yourself.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dominic Bracco, distinguished photojournalist. If you have not checked out his exhibit, The Northern Pass, Life and Death at the Northern Pass, please do. I know I keep saying it, but it is something else. Now, do keep in mind that some of the images might be disturbing to some people. So if you are, a little bit faint of heart, then just be prepared. There's not anything gory, but I really feel like it just brings out the importance of this just truly important topic.